So, February 1892. We still have 30 ships. We're making a bunch of money. I respect it. No prestige, which is good. Better than negative prestige. Ooh, nobody likes the Italians. And people like the French. Now, we are down for some reason to 16% growth. And the British have almost caught up to us. No, they like me. I like the Germans and the Italians. Don't particularly like the French, but, well, who does? Let's have a look at our research again. We're still researching into guns. And we will keep it that way as it is. Internal protection, wooden plugs. Yeah, sounds good to me. Now I'm aware this is quite boring for most of you, but I thought it would be interesting to be able to see the beginnings of a campaign, which I think could turn out to be quite interesting. So, during a naval exercise, one of our battleships suffered an engine breakdown. Oh God. The journalist asked you about this. How do you reply? Well, shit happens. Minus 0.5% GDP. Minus, no, I don't want my GDP to decrease. Let's go that. Now, the beginning of this always was going to be boring. Plus 5 repairs, whatever. 3-inch Mark II guns. Okay. I'm gonna rush a little bit through these early months/years so it doesn't get too boring. Our Prime Minister believes that our Navy's crew training is inadequate. How do you respond? Yes, but we will not sacrifice GDP for nothing. +3, -3 unrest. We'll do that. Mechanical armor forging, blah blah. 13-inch Mark I guns. Oh God, it's so early. We'll just rush through as many months as we can. Special machinery. Less speed while turning, more hull weight, and 12.5% more cost. On the other hand, we get 6.5% turning rate and 7.5% rudder shift speed. Yeah, not relevant at this moment. Actually, let me see if this is still buggy. Yes, it is. Okay. We'll leave it as it is. Fleet, everything is set to limited, so they don't cost me that much money. Fair enough, and let's push on. Now monthly balance surplus actually goes down. We've got 14,228, 14,120. 4-inch Mark II guns, good. What is going on? Oh, we're at 200%. Making 14 million. We shall keep expanding our shipyards. It's going to have an impact on our monthly balance, but there we go. We do not want to pay anything. There we go. We really don't want to do much at this point in time. Mark II 11-inch guns, that's good. Industrialists who are impressed by our Navy are ready to invest for the needs of the fleet. Navy will appreciate. +1% GDP. Yes, we will do this. We'll always go for GDP. Unless there is a problem. We are at 200% transport capacity, which is the maximum. I could push it higher, but it won't do much. Our tech budget remains maximum as it is. We are focusing on guns again. for a little while. Light cruise up to 3,000 tons. Fair enough. Minesweepers are not implemented. The majority in the parliament calls for immediate action against the French Empire. Why would I attack the French? No, absolutely not. I don't want to worsen my relations with the French. Fleet is not ready for war. German Empire is asking a significant financial aid for the short-term naval expenditures, which we can pay from our own funds. In return, a special trade agreement will increase our GDP. Okay. 33 million. Pff, fair enough. Plus 1% GDP. Of course, we shall do that for our Hun friends. Our fishermen complain that they are getting harassed by the French Empire. We don't really care. Yeah, we don't want to pay, we don't want to decrease relations. During a foreign visit in French Empire, our finance minister received a severe blow on his head by protesters. Well, if you hit a politician, it doesn't matter which one it is, you always hit the right one. So we don't care. The government is interested to know if you could guarantee victory over the French Empire in an upcoming war. Fuck no. No, we don't want to sacrifice GDP, so it's better to discuss how to improve the relations with the French Empire. At a press conference, you were asked about recent evidence that foreign espionage targets our navy. How do you respond? 3 unrest, -3 with the French, -3, 5 prestige, -3 unrest. I've got 1 unrest, so I can ignore this. 5-inch Mark II, very nice. The 5 inches are good for light cruisers and secondary on battleships. And nothing is happening. We just keep making money with our 30 ships. Naval prestige is tanking a little bit, but it's not a problem. During a naval exercise of our fleet, a small cruise ship from French Empire was sunk due to accidental fire. What are your comments? We will not decrease our relation. 450,000. Who gives a damn? 10-inch Mark II guns. Excellent. And we are now in year number 4 of this campaign. Nothing has happened so far. Absolutely nothing. We're just going through. Everyone loves everyone else. We're a small navy. We don't want to piss off anyone because we probably don't really stand a chance against, well, anyone really. But let's see what happens as we get closer to the 1900s. A foreign journalist approached you asking about a high-ranking person from Italian Empire's Admiralty. I don't want to decrease my relations. I'll refrain from commenting. As you can tell, well, as I've said multiple times before, we are starting off by just playing it really, really safe and passively. We don't want to piss off anybody. We'll increase relations if it fits us, but for now we'll just pretend to not be there, so that we have plenty of money, plenty of GDP to build our navy once the situation becomes more serious. So, an embarrassing incident involves the Italian Empire. One of their most wealthy businessmen in naval construction industry is accused for illegal activities in our country. What a bastard. If you prosecute this person, our relations with the Italian Empire will be affected negatively. I do not want that. -10 plus 3, but 7 million. I can afford 7 million. We shall do that. And again, not much happening. All just positive relations. 2 barrels for secondary guns, very nice. For capital ships, okay. 6-inch Mark II 6-inch guns, very nice as well for light cruisers. Maybe even for heavy cruisers at this time, yeah, might be. On naval formations is work in progress, not yet implemented. So, contact mines are not implemented yet. We'll ignore that. In an international conference, journalists asked about your naval expenditures policy. You believe in the continuous development of a powerful military fleet as an answer to the increased naval expenditures of other countries that will give us money, prestige, and unrest. You think that our fleet is equipped with everything necessary to defend itself and is currently focusing on training the crew. Give us money and prestige. You said that our navy is ready to fulfill our duties. This has unrest as the only negative impact. We'll take that. At a press conference, journalists questioned the combatability of the fleet. What is your reply? Sorry. The fleet is capable at any time to perform the task assigned to it. +2, -1. There's a need for additional support. No, we will not sacrifice GDP, so we will choose this option. White powder. First smokeless powder, otherwise known as poudre bée, is a highly effective material to use as a propellant and can send shells at large range, but is unsafe in storage conditions compared to earlier powder. Flash fire, 30%. Well, 20% spreading, 10% explosion. Yeah, we'll see. We'll keep that at the back of our head. Nothing happening. There's a military crisis in Ceylon. The government suggests using the current situation to strengthen our own influence in the region. What do you think? We don't really care about Ceylon. That's bloody Indian Ocean. It's not even in the game yet. -2 prestige, -1 unrest, -5 million. Oh, I don't care. Mark II 12-inch guns. Yes, this is looking better and better. Several of our country's shipbuilding industries are constructing warships for third countries. What is your opinion? Well, for the time being, as long as it serves our GDP, I'll be fine with it. +1 GDP, +2 with French. Plus unrest, -3. Any business cooperation with third countries improves our bilateral relations and strengthens our defense industry in the long term. Yes, we will do this. And we have finished our first 91, 2, 3, 4. We finished our first 5 years without doing anything other than developing our guns mostly and saving money. Let's see, our government wants to organize an international regatta to promote the mutual understanding at sea between all countries. What's your opinion? Yes, I think that sounds good. We will get positive relations with everybody at a price of 15 million, which we can afford. You agree in planning events that contribute to world peace. Of course, we want world peace. Okay, everybody, thank you very much for watching this. We will continue in the next couple of days and see what damage we can do, or if we can start doing any kind of damage really. I think we'll be forced to send our fleets into the sea, maybe in a couple of years, maybe in a few years.